It's not bullshit. No, it is bullshit. In this situation. Wait, why did that?
Okay, are we ready? Have we gotten through all the listener email?
No, we haven't started yet.
Okay, let's start.
Okay.
Chris, go ahead.
Chris, start the podcast.
I already did.
No, do it again.
Okay.
We were talking.
No.
You're listening
We're
to
paying
Bear
attention.
Friend Tea Party, the world's only and most interruptionist podcast.
No, take that again.
Sleigh bells a jingling, ring tinga tingling too. It's perfect weather for a sleigh ride together with you.
Can I see your phone?
The snows are falling and friends are calling you. Well, it's delightful weather for a sleigh ride with someone like you.
Yeah, I didn't like where you were going with that.
Should I
Give it
say-
another try?
Do you want me to say most celebratingist?
Most diabolical.
You're listening to Bear Friend Tea Party, the world's only and most celebratingist podcast.
Woo.
My name is Christopher Winter, and I'm joined on the podcast tonight by D. Gunnard Beamish, Jeremy Mullis of North Carolina, and Dr. Jonathan Bumpers. Jeremy, what's on the menu tonight for our final podcast of 2014?
Our cheeks are nice and rosy, yeah, we're comfy and cozy, are we? Yeah, we're snuggled together like two birds of a feather oughts to be. Let's take this old road before us and sing a chorus or two. Because it's perfect weather for a sleigh ride together with you. We all sing a ring-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ding-dong-ding. A-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ding-dong-ding. Take it up a notch now. Ring-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ding-dong-ding. We sing a ring-a-ling-a-ling-a-ding-dong-ding. We sing a ring.
Yes, well, tonight we have several segments. Number one, our Christmas novelty songs. Bullshit.
Is he doing that, or does he have to roll for a topic?
We'll find out.
doing that.
Number
Okay.
two, fake addresses. I'll be curious to see how that turns out.
Still
Number
don't
three
get
is
that
the very perplexing Name That Santa. And segment four, what is the most insipid Christmas song? But before we get to all that, let's take a minute to go over some listener email. Did we get any?
I haven't checked.
I guess that brings us to our corrections and addenda segment. I do have one correction,
What?
and that is, oh boy. Let's see, on episode 17, Handheld, Messy, and Bigger Than Your Head.
Wait, isn't that the episode that's not out yet?
No,
No, that
that's
one-
out now.
Well, that
That
was for
one's
the
out.
longest time, but
It was not out for quite a while. No, in our discussion of the musical Cats,
Right.
great discussion.
I did.
Classic.
I made the statement that the Prophet Muhammad had ascended to heaven. On a giant junkyard tire,
That's true. That's a fact.
in the manner of Grisabella the Glamour Cat.
Yeah, that's true.
So, yeah, actually...
You can look that up. That's true.
No, that is actually... So, actually, the truth is that the tire seems large but, like, that's just because the cats on the stage are so small. There's, like, humans playing cats, and so consequently...
It's an optical illusion.
Oh, it's not a giant tire.
There's no reason to assume that it is anything but a regular-sized junkyard tire.
Okay,
But all the rest of the
true.
garbage is the like to scale.
That's true, but what a lot of people don't realize is the Prophet Muhammad was approximately the size of a common house cat.
Which
makes his prophecies all the more impressive.
There,
That he was such a holy man and a leader of men,
this actually,
well being only that size, and cleaning himself entirely with his tongue,
this actually,
bathing himself.
Is that a prepared statement?
I don't think so.
It's
I don't
just
think
true.
he knew
It's
I
just a
was going to
fact.
bring this up. I think he's just hijacking my bit.
It's just a true fact about Prophet Muhammad.
Yeah, beyond that, obviously it's always difficult.
Jeremy, can I
interpreting-
just one more thing?
Yes.
Did you
please.
know that in Islam, the Prophet Muhammad is considered to be the perfect prophet?
Now, anyway, so yes,
Just to hold your hand. We're cruising on with a song in sleigh bells jingle, ringle, ringle, ring out too. 'Cause it's delightful weather for a sleigh ride with someone like you. Outside the snow's all a falling, and friends are calling you. 'Cause it's exceedingly good weather for a sleigh ride together with you. We'll say a ding a ling a ling a ling dong ding. A ring a ling a ling a ling dong ding. Hey, we're nice and cozy, our cheeks are rosy, are we? We're huddled up together like two birds of a feather ought to be. Let's take this road before us and sing us a chorus of three. So come on, it's good weather for a sleigh ride with you and
yes. Also, so
we'll say,
well, obviously it is the business of interpreting the business of interpreting any text such as the Quran is it's never a issue. I would say that it's important to point out that the more common
shut case, is what you're saying?
The more common interpretation of the original text is that Mohammed actually ascended to heaven on a horse and not any sort of junkyard fire at all, large or otherwise.
Depends on what text you're interpreting. If you're interpreting Old Possum's Book of Practical Cats.
That is not at issue.
Usually is.
It usually is in this podcast, but yeah, and I guess the one other point I would make on this particular topic is I certainly did not mean to imply in my reference to the Prophet Muhammad, I certainly did not mean to imply that Muhammad was the true prophet of the Abrahamic tradition, because he is actually a false prophet. Does anyone know who the true prophet of the Abrahamic tradition is? Anyone want to take a guess?
I'm gonna say. Who? I mean Moses. Moses would
Jedediah?
No.
Moses
Nope.
would be your
Nope.
go-to.
Not
Moses.
Not Moses. Nope.
Branscombe Richmond?
No, that's a good guess, but no. The true prophet would be Jesus. Jesus Christ.
Who
Jesus Christ.
And
I'm
talking
Savior.
of which?
I'm
Sorry,
not
talking
familiar
of
with.
whom?
Of whom, through whom, and only through whom you can attain the kingdom of heaven.
What a great kingdom.
Yeah, classic kingdom.
Excellent
Classic.
kingdom. Classic. Real winner.
A lot of noise on this episode so far.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Should we start this?
yeah, I mean,
I thought we had. Should we? Yeah, Chris, introduce the podcast, and then I'll do the corrections and addenda segment. Segment one. Our Christmas novelty songs.
Our Christmas novelty
Bullshit.
songs bullshit.
Yeah.
I
would say yeah.
I'll be leading this segment. Basically, it's kind of up in the air, and I hate to say that because yes, Christmas novelty songs are bullshit,
right? Complete bullshit.
but
Total bullshit.
Utter
right,
bullshit.
right,
Somewhat total bullshit.
somewhat total bullshit. But I
Big old
at the
pile
same
of steaming
at the same time.
bullshit.
Now
There-
let's see where he's going with this.
There are two factors at work here. I mean, first of all, the line between a serious Christmas song and a novelty Christmas song is not that easy to define. I mean, there are a lot of
Yep.
classic, Christmas standards that are
Yeah.
actually kind of funny.
Yeah.
Example.
I saw Mommy kissing Santa Claus, or Grandma got run over by a reindeer.
That seems like a straight-ahead novelty song. Danny, I'm happy you took it in this direction because I wanted to ask, is there such a thing as a non-novelty Christmas song written post, 1959?
When was Chestnuts Roasting on an Open Fire written?
I'm going to guess 50
58.
sometime. I could be wrong.
What about Last Christmas by Wham?
I don't know if that even rises to the level of a song.
Excuse me?
Is that Last Christmas you gave me your heart, but then the very
Yeah.
next day I gave it away?
Excellent song. Excellent song.
No, that's not.
What about there's that John Lennon Christmas song?
I don't know about that.
Oh, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer?
Yeah, that one. No, Happy Christmas, War is Over.
Oh, yeah.
That's like it's a standard by now.
I'm not familiar with that one. I've
You would
heard
know-
of that, but I
you
don't
would
know.
know it if you
I would
heard
know
it.
Really? Okay.
You probably would. It's like da 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 da.
sounds like a winner.
Oh, that fucking shit. Yeah, that's...
Well,
that's
okay,
a-
fine, but it's not novelty per se.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that,
I think that's
I mean, I don't know. What would it mean for Christmas novelty songs to be bullshit?
Well,
Like, does that mean that they suck? Or does that mean that they are somehow disingenuous?
no, I don't think we're getting into that. I think that's whether we like them or not.
Oh, yeah, I would say, no.
I would say no, but then there are a great number of Christmas novelty songs that I really like.
I mean,
So it's
I'm a big fan of a lot of the songs on our Christmas album, but I don't.
See, okay. See, I would at this point I would ask, is your opinion bullshit? No, because
Yeah.
I don't think that you're yeah, exactly. But I'm trying to decide. It's like, okay, like if you say the concept of Christmas song that's novel.
John, can you turn down that noise a little bit?
Sorry.
You know, it's like you complain when John's on the podcast, and then when he leaves, you complain that he's gone.
There's just no pleasing you.
Touche.
I guess I would say that novelty Christmas songs, in my opinion, are no more bullshit than any other type of Christmas song.
Oh, I thought you were going to say any other type of novelty song.
I thought you were going to say any other type of music.
I don't know. I mean, there is some overlap between this topic and my topic, but,
Yeah.
you know, you go back to some of those, like, I don't know, would you consider Handel's Messiah to be a novelty Christmas song?
No.
No.
Okay, because that shit's pretty good.
I think it's like maybe it's like a novelty, opera.
It's a novelty oratorio.
Does anybody else here know the song "I Fucked Mrs. Claus"?
No, but that sounds pretty
It
good.
sounds like a good song. Is that one of ours?
Not yet.
Is that, I am familiar with the song Let's Just Fuck for Christmas by Bantam Rooster.
Oh, didn't the Flowers of Disgust cover that at one point?
Planning to.
We've assigned it to John, I think. He's working on it.
I'm working on it right at this moment.
Here's my thing. Generally, the more like prevalent a Christmas parody is, the more obnoxious it is. Like any parody of the 12 Days of Christmas.
Ugh.
Oh, that's going to be awful.
'Cause it's
That, I mean, that one really is almost a parody. That's like almost a novelty song in the first place, and yet they've made parodies of it.
it's a great. No, it's not a great song. It's a great song to dislike.
What is it that, like, is there anything that separates that song from, like, 100 bottles of beer on the wall? It's basically the same song.
It's just the number of verses, I guess.
Yes, there's fewer verses at least.
It'd be really hard to remember if there were 100 days of Christmas. Like, you'd just run out of shit to give after a while.
I have this.
100 bottles of beer on the wall is not recursive.
Yeah, you don't need a separate thing for each beer, each bottle.
Are you saying that, does that make it better or worse?
Well, I
Just
don't
puts
think
it in
I'm
a
being
different class.
judgmental. Yeah.
It doesn't have that self-referential
Yeah, it's non-recursive.
It's like whoever
thing.
wrote the verse for 77 bottles, like they didn't even have to talk to the person who wrote the verse for.
It counts down. What do you want? No, I'm sorry, but the 12 Days of Christmas counts up and down.
I honestly, I don't remember how that goes. I just remember there's like
99 bottles of beer on the wall. 99 bottles of beer. You take one down, pass it around. 99 bottles of beer on the wall.
98.
No, you took one
Because you
down.
took one down.
fucked up.
You took one
yeah,
down.
Now you got to start
If
over.
you take one down, then it's 99 because you had 100 to start with.
But you started with 99.
That's not the way I count it.
I think you
Yeah.
might have an inexhaustible supply of beer on your
You
wall.
know,
No, this is a baker's 99.
You
Yeah,
have
but
a
what happens after you pass it
non-standard-
around?
you have
Maybe
a
it just goes back up on the
non-standard
other side of the shelf.
it
Exactly.
really.
At
might be
no
refilling
point is it
Yeah.
stated that anyone is actually drinking this beer.
Yeah,
you
you just pass it around. That's a good point.
And you put it back up on the shelf. After it's done.
There could also be guys.
It's a song about
coming
reorganizing your beer.
There could be guys coming in putting additional bottles of beer on the wall while you're passing the others
They're
around.
singing a different song all the while.
One of the classic beer organizations.
So I think we've established that novelty Christmas songs are bullshit.
No objection here.
And that even
Agreed.
includes Christmas at Ground Zero.
But does that include "I'll Be Your Freaky Snowman with a Carrot for a Dick"?
Well,
I think
yes.
that's undeniably a novelty Christmas song.
I mean, what about
I mean,
that?
if it's a novelty for a Christmas song to be amazing.
And it is.
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
is our band, do we write novelty songs?
We, you know,
Let's gloss
think-
over that question.
I think we're one of those bands that some people may dismiss as being a novelty act, but that is
on the other
actually, like,
hand, other people have never heard of us.
It's pretty divisive. No, I think, and I want to be fair and what's the word, objective here. I think we've accidentally written some novelty songs.
It's true. I mean, you could say the same about Harry Nilsson, though.
Can and have.
And look
Several
how far
times.
he got. I mean, he rates TV now.
Is that? Well, his families do, but
I'm not sure it was always necessarily accidental, the writing of novelty songs.
well, I mean, what makes
It's a
something
fine line.
What makes something a novelty song? Just because it's like funny, or because
It references a novel.
you're almost begging the question, by you're almost kind of assuming the answer by like stating these things are novelty songs in the first place. Like, to call something a novelty song is almost to just already prejudge it.
To belittle it.
Like, once it's a novelty song, there you go. It's a novelty song. If I
Yeah.
Put the Lime in the Coconut a novelty song, I've just kind of dismissed it.
Yeah. You don't really
Whereas,
need to-
if you call it an oratorio,
Well, no. Jeremy's hit onto something quite apt, because Put the Lime in the Coconut sucks. But what about Margaritaville? Is that a novelty song?
what about the Banana Boat song?
Or what about the Pina Colada
Deo.
song?
I would say, okay, let me take those in order. I would say the Lime in the Coconut, yes, it's a novelty song, but it's a pretty good example thereof. The Pina Colada song, no, that's just a great song.
It's not in order.
I
It's
forgot,
in
and
unorder.
I forget the other one.
Margaritaville.
The Banana Boat song.
Margaritaville is a shitty song because it's a Jimmy Buffett song.
Well, come on.
True.
Why not-
Did you say Jamie
Let's
Buffett?
see. No, I don't think
Yeah,
that's a
no
novelty
relation.
song. I would say Margaritaville is not a novelty song. It's just a shitty song. If you asked me about Why Don't We Get Drunk and Screw, I'd say that is both a shitty Jimmy Buffett song and a novelty song.
What about
I
Pencil
would-
Thin Mustache?
Pencil Thin Mustache is a fine genre of mustache, and as far as I know, not a song.
That's the
What-
Jimmy
what
Buffett
about-
song. What about Beach
I
House
would-
on the
I would-
Moon?
Who wrote that?
That
Jimmy
sounds like a
Buffett.
novelty
I
song.
just
that
know
Jimmy
Jimmy
Buffett?
Buffett's song titles are pretty good.
I mean,
I would very much like to hear whether or not you think the Banana Boat song
no.
is a novelty song.
The Banana Boats, that Deo one, is that what
Yeah.
you're talking about?
Yeah.
No, that's
Yeah.
not a novelty song. That's an
Okay.
excellent,
What about?
excellent
I
what about,
agree with you.
What about no? Because it's not a novelty
It's an
song.
excellent song.
I agree with you, but I think it's often performed as a novelty song, even though it is in fact an excellent quality song.
But
Who
so,
is
like,
making all the noise?
John.
Is someone like...
Stan Freeberg's cover version of the Banana Boat song?
Well, that's a skit.
Yeah, I mean that's
That doesn't-
that's beyond
But it's a skit
the
playing
realm of
on the
novelty.
song. I mean,
Well,
the
sure,
song
but,
had
you know-
nothing humorous about it. Or,
I mean, I think a song can involve a certain amount of humor like the Banana Boat song does, and not be inherently just a novelty song.
Well,
I
of
mean,
course. I mean,
the Banana Boat song is an
like you're
awesome
saying,
song.
Escape the Pina Colada song is sort of like presented as a novelty song almost, but it's smarter than that. It like has a
a
it
bit
has
smarter
a
than that.
punchline, has a
and
twist.
Can we stop the fucking noise, please? Jesus fucking Christ.
I mean, I wouldn't call it noise. I
Are
think
you dragging the microphone across the floor?
I mean, it's kind of
What is
it's
going
top 40
on?
schlock, but it's sort of engineered to be so. I mean,
What is happening? That's really fucking obnoxious.
I mean, Rupert Holmes is one of the most incredible songwriters, the most intricate story songwriters since Gershwin or Berlin.
I don't think that I feel as strongly about Rupert Holmes as you do, but I would acknowledge that. Yeah, I don't think that I think the Pina Colada song, well, schlocky, has stood the test of time, has proved itself to be more than just a flash in the pan and more than just a novelty song.
Well, it is a novelty, but it's engineered to be a novelty
Yeah,
song.
that's it. It's a good point. I guess maybe...
Even if it was an accident as to how big it got, it's kind of like a Werewolves of London situation, It's like kind of
Werewolves
supposed to
of
be
London
funny.
is a good song.
Well, it is, but it's also kind of a novelty in comparison to the depth of the artist's greater
So
work.
I guess
I'll give you that.
I think before we even ask the question whether Christmas novelty songs are bullshit, should we ask the question whether novelty songs are bullshit?
And I think in a way you're correct. I think that's begging the question: what makes a novelty song? Because I think when you say novelty songs are I think you're absolutely correct. You're using the term novelty song just as a way to dismiss a song, rather than as any sort of meaningful category.
At which point
is it
you're just kind of
one-dimensional?
at which point
It's
at which
just a way
point
of saying it's a crappy, lighthearted song.
And at which point aren't you kind of just saying are bullshit Christmas songs bullshit? And
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like if I could one more thing to throw out, I feel like there's kind of a third rail that nobody here has touched, and that is Weird Al Yankovic.
I mentioned Christmas at Ground Zero earlier.
You did, correct. I'm sorry. But, like Weird Al Yankovic, I think we all probably agree is really, really good at what he does and has written some funny songs.
No, he is like World War 11.
I would have said maybe World War 9.5, but I'm up there with you.
I don't know.
I don't know if he breaks into the double-digit world wars.
No, it does kind of bother me how like perfectionist he is and sort of like persnickety he is about things. It's not very like caution to the wind type of humor. It's very calculated. But
that's who he is.
He pretty much hits the nail on the head at least about like 80 to 85% of the time throughout his career.
But so here's the question: are those novelty songs? Because it's hard for me to say they're not.
They are not what.
Yeah, I mean
they're
would
definitely
even,
novelty songs,
but I
I'm
would
not
also,
sure that they're bullshit.
They may be bullshit. I mean, I don't.
A lot of them are bullshit. But the thing is some of them, in spite of their novelty, have an almost inadvertent or perhaps accidental like depth to them because of their novelty. Kind of the way like a comedy routine can kind of touch on something deeper by being funny on the outside, but kind of more substantial like on the inside. Like
we should try that sometime.
I'm coming around to thinking that novelty Christmas songs, well, they may be bullshit a lot of the times. I think they may be less bullshit than sincere Christmas songs.
There you go.
Segment 2.
That's the good stuff.
You didn't even have to edit that in.
What is
Segment 2? Fake addresses.
123 Fake Street.
Oh, that's this. Oh, it's the topic. Fake addresses.
Addresses.
We list fake addresses.
I assume so.
Do they have to be
I
real
think so.
fake addresses?
No, they're just
they can be fake addresses.
No, you know what I mean. Like addresses from famous fiction or something.
I think they can be any fake. Okay, I had one prepared, and it's Vice President Truckosaurus, 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, Washington, D.C.
Now, wait a minute. That's a fake address.
That's fake for two reasons.
fake
Number
name.
one, the Vice President is not Truckosaurus, Number 2, the vice president does not live at 1600 Pennsylvania
That's
Avenue.
very fake.
Wait. Where does the vice president live?
Naval Observatory or something, I think.
That's just stupid.
I know, it's ridiculous.
That's gotta
That
be
sounds
fake.
like a cop-out.
It
Yeah,
sounds
that's gotta be
fake, yes.
Hello?
It sounds fake.
What about Horsewell Thomas Goober III, number 1 Tally-Ho Way, Smithywick-on-Thames, 1234, England, UK.
That doesn't sound fake.
This one is a web address, www.actualwebsite.com.
Okay, 892 dog place.
I have a
Kevin Bacon,
procedural
Kevin Bacon.
question. Do we need to include the resident of the addresses?
Please
See, I
don't
think that's-
interrupt him when he's...
Sorry. I thought he was done. I thought he was done after the dog, and then he started saying Kevin
what
Bacon.
tipped you off? Was it the fact that like the last thing I said kind of lilted up a little bit, indicating that it was like not the final?
Yeah, that was what tricked me.
Well, I didn't have anything.
It
anyway,
sounded
so-
like you were trailing
Sour
off.
Grapesville, USA.
That's nice.
Dog.
He's not done yet, I don't think.
That last part was the zip code.
Hogsworth Billings Duck Bubble Scoot, care of Chester's Vintage Eggs,
Bubbles?
Jazz Memorabilia, and Shit. Attention, contains live ants. 697999 Taco Street, Hose City, New York, 5555.
162 crumpets of all time. Smith. With the dog on top, city. 1111 dog. 8 dogs.
Aswell, you got that right. 4940 Correct Street, Barth City, Utah, 76540.
Ladybird Goddington, 2289 Omnipotence Way, Apartment 2, Memphis, Tennessee.
Blimpwell Catch on Fire, P.O. Box 80045, Burning Down, Pennsylvania.
Dirigibility. Hydrogen City. With a carrot on top, Pennsylvania.
The Angry Red Rooster, care of the Old Cantankerous Mule, down by the old dilapidated barn, under the old willow tree, old-timey farm animal city, Montana. Dog.
H. Bosco Drainwedge, doing business as Bosco's all-night nude review and discount typewriter repair. Oil City, Castlevania, 899.
1212 Apple Tree Lane, Happy Angry Sex Woods, Kentucky.
Farthington, H. Pretzel, under the floorboards, hidden for generations, Montana, with a carrot on top, Mississippi. Good day.
Dr. and Mrs. Pretzel Dippington III, 1422 Softness Way, Salt City, Ontario, Canada, 64106.
Dan and Barb Gibson, 4940 Summit Street, Kansas City, Missouri, 99999. Ukraine.
Buglesville, Bugleton, care of the Buglesville Bugle, Buglesville, Wyoming. Dog.
Oh, what's wrong with me that I'm laughing this hard?
All right, that's all I have.
I think that's all of them.
That's all the other ones are all real. Where is John?
He's still wrapping he's wrapping presents.
Does he know that we're recording a podcast that he's in?
Yes. He's involved.
Segment 3, Name That Santa.
Okay, this is a quiz game. I'm going to describe a Santa to you, and you name it. Each Santa is the word Santa preceded by some other stuff. So if I said,
right.
for example, this Santa is small and blue and replaces random words with Santa, you would reply...
Smurf Santa.
As simple as that. You get 1 point for a correct answer. You don't lose points for incorrect answers. You can answer before I'm finished giving the clue, to steal the point from the opposing player.
Obviously.
You do lose a point if you guess Burt Reynolds Santa, and that turns out to be incorrect.
What about Tom Selleck Santa?
You do not lose a point for
Can
guessing
I be on a
Tom
team
Selleck.
with John?
Yes.
Wait, but what's the difference between Burt Reynolds Santa and Tom Selleck Santa?
It's simple. You lose a point for incorrectly guessing Burt Reynolds Santa, whereas you don't lose a point for incorrectly guessing Tom Selleck Santa. That's the only
This will
difference.
probably be the highest rated of our podcasts.
Some of the answers are
Okay.
The answers are sometimes subjective or arbitrary, but I'm sticking with them. Okay, number 1.
Bad Santa.
Burt Reynolds Santa.
You'll be all eyes for this starchy Santa. Baked, fried, mashed, or au gratin, he's guaranteed to please
Mr. Potato
your
Santa.
stomach. I'm going to give that to you. That was Potato Santa. So Danny's at 1 point. Jeremy is at -1 for incorrectly guessing Burt
Oh,
Reynolds
so these
Santa.
are fake Santas.
Yeah, it's just Santa with something on the front.
Oh, so it's
Number
just
2.
A complete joke. Okay,
This
let's do it.
Santa just wants you to know that he's sorry for all the shit he's done this year.
Shame Santa.
Burt Reynolds Santa.
I'm gonna give you shame
Remorse
Santa.
Santa.
Okay, it was Remorse Santa. So Danny's
Thank
at
you.
2 points. Jeremy is at -2 for incorrectly guessing Burt Reynolds Santa.
I love Christmas.
Number 3. Smokey and the
Bad Santa.
Santa?
Santa.
This jolly old Saint Nick is no stranger to tinsel.
Bandit
Town.
Santa.
Born in 1946 in Pasadena, California, you'll know him from his movie Smokey and the Bandit.
Burt
Tom-
Reynolds Santa.
I'm sorry, no, it
Tom's-
was Sally Field Santa. She was also in Smokey and the Bandit. All right, so
That means-
Jeremy is at -3.
No, I did not guess it that time.
Oh, did
No,
Danny
he
guess
said
it?
it.
Danny did.
You already said it.
I'm sorry, you're
Yeah.
at -3.
You already
Next,
said it.
don't call this Santa a
Whoa,
fat man.
whoa.
After
Danny
watching a
guessed
small
Burt
time...
Reynolds Santa that time.
What?
He accidentally said it. He said it
You
wrong.
said
though.
it. You said it. I'm just, that's how it is.
But Danny
There
loses a
there are
point
no,
too, right?
no. Danny gets several extra points.
Because Chris accidentally gave the score wrong, so it counts. Because he
Oh,
said
okay.
it.
The rules
that's
to this
fair,
game
that's
are extremely arbitrary.
It's like Calvin Ball.
Are we
Where
doing
were
the
we?
lightning round now?
Yeah, we're almost done.
As
Don't
much
call
as we ever have.
Don't call this Santa a fat man. After watching a small time
Batman Santa.
yes,
Santa.
correct. Batman Santa. Next,
I
you
said
might
Taft Santa, but that's okay.
you might recognize this Santa by his 6 legs, complex social structure,
Insect
and ridiculous
Santa.
mound-based
Santa.
architecture.
Santa.
Then
Bee
again,
Santa.
you might not.
Oh,
Wasp.
Schrodinger's Santa.
No. Insect
Wait,
Santa
could you
was
repeat
close.
the question?
You might recognize this Santa by his 6 legs, complex social structure, and
Santa.
Bad
ridiculous
Santa.
mound-based
Spider Santa.
architecture. Then again,
Termite Santa.
Termite Santa. There's a lot of clues in these.
I was gonna guess naked mole rat Santa, but
Yeah, almost done.
what is the
job,
score
Jeremy.
now?
You're almost
Have
my
I
score,
tied
but
things up?
negative.
I think I think you're up to 0, and Danny is
No,
at.
well, fuck that. He was -3 a minute ago.
Okay, he's at -1. You're right. He's
Yeah,
at
but I
-1.
was only at
negative
-3
2.
because you
and
gave
Danny
the
is.
score wrong.
I think Danny's at 4.
Yeah.
I like that when Danny corrects your score, it's like, oh, that's perfectly reasonable. But when I correct,
Don't make me deduct
Yeah,
more
you should-
points for your bad attitude.
Exactly. I just talk loud. It's not my
Yeah,
fault.
that's the trick.
Danny just said Burt Reynolds Santa.
Okay, you
I
do
said
lose a point
Tom
for that,
Selleck
Danny.
Santa. I said Tom
You
Selleck
do.
Santa.
You're down to 3. I'm sorry.
All right, fine.
Next, this
The
Santa.
attitude.
This Santa has a magnificent mustache.
Burt Reynolds Santa.
Incorrect.
God damn it.
Incorrect.
Tom Selleck Santa.
It was mustache Santa. Almost done. Boy, I wrote a lot of these. Jesus, I'm gonna cut a few of them out.
No.
These are
good.
prepared.
Yes, these are prepared. Next, attention, ladies. He's got a
Mustache.
steady
Oh,
job.
oh.
He loves
Fat
laughter,
motorcycle riding twin
travel,
Santa.
and children. And look, no
Carrot
ring
Top
on his
Santa.
fingers means no ring on his finger means you could be the next Mrs. Claus.
Bachelor Santa.
That's correct. Bachelor Santa.
Is it really?
Yeah, well, it was eligible Bachelor Santa, but I'm giving that to you. Okay, there are only two more.
Penultimate Santa.
That I wish I could mark that as correct. There are two more. No point. There's no point hiding it. This Santa is out of this world. He can tell you all about the stars and planets. So kneel down.
Neil deGrasse
And-
Santa.
Kiss the yes, Neil deGrasse Tyson Santa. Okay.
That's not what he said.
Yeah,
deGrasse
our
Tyson
final
Santa.
one. Final one, and the scores are tied at 9 points each. So anybody could win.
Could be that no matter what.
Anybody could win.
Jeremy Santa.
Incorrect.
Burt Reynolds Santa.
Incorrect. All right, Jeremy's lost a point.
Okay, anybody's game.
Anybody could win.
Burt Reynolds Santa.
Don't be crossing this
Crossing
Santa,
Dave Cross
or
Santa.
you might just
Crossing
have
guard
to
Santa.
hit the road,
Hit and run Santa.
Road
where you'll see
Santa.
all the pretty horses and enjoy Cormac McCarthy's.
Santa.
Correct.
Joe
Cormac
Cocker
McCarthy
dead
Santa.
Santa.
You are
Cormac
correct.
McCarthy Santa.
You are correct. So Jeremy
so
is the winner.
No, it's tied.
It was tied, and then he correctly guessed Cormac McCarthy Santa.
No, it was 8-9, and now he's 9-9.
I actually guessed Burt Reynolds Santa twice that round, so really I should be down by one.
Okay, I guess it's a tie then.
No, by Jeremy's own logic. I mean.
Okay. I think to be fair, I think Danny did win. Danny, congratulations for winning Name That Santa. Jeremy, tell him what he's won.
I don't think this is quite fair.
Just tell him what he's won.
What?
You, Jeremy.
You're gonna have the loser tell the
Yeah,
winner
that is.
what.
That's no. Make John do it.
That's
Get
I
John back
used
on.
to.
Make him do it.
That's I mean,
Sadistic
we always.
Santa. Heartless, poor.
Yeah, that is so cruel.
Yeah,
When I was so close, especially.
Chris, why don't you tell
Christmas-
Jeremy what he didn't?
That's like
You're
that's
gonna
like
be that
making
way.
that's like making Hitler tell Winston Churchill what he won when he won World War II.
Now you're just deliberately making noise. Is that for me? No. Okay. Now you're just deliberately making noise.
This is for Al.
It's for Allie. That's a pretty
Ooh,
nice bag.
What's he getting, Allie?
It's yours.
What do you get?
This is right here.
Are you getting something nicer for my wife than what I got her?
Oh, don't be doing that.
No, it's
So maybe. Yeah. Are they Neil Gaiman books? Can I say that?
you saw these, right?
This won't come out until after Christmas, right?
Does Allie listen to our podcast?
I mean, while it's being recorded. While she's attempting to sleep.
That's the best way to listen.
That was like the most evil laugh I've ever heard from you, Chris. That's great. All right, are we gonna?
Sarah
Johnny,
only listens to our podcast when it's like mostly John talking. So
She's gonna hate this episode.
wait, what? Sarah only listens to the podcast when it's mostly John talking.
she likes it when John is on and talks a lot. She's a big John fan.
Well, John is our secret weapon.
He really appeals to the ladies.
True.
He's the ladies' man.
Well, he's
He
single.
seems very
He's
sensitive.
eligible.
He's eligible.
Hella
What's-
eligible.
Eligible? Is that?
Eligible.
I can't believe that's not like an obnoxious, trendy term already. He's eligible.
Hella eligible. He's World War eligible.
World War eligible? See, I can understand why that's not trendy. Are you gonna get back on the horn, JG? Or? All right, we're gonna have a little.
Hey, Chris,
interlude.
what key are you in?
Yeah, what key are you in? What Chris are you in?
I
key?
think it's in D.
All right, let me get my.
It's Christmas in heaven, and it's heaven in you. And
Christmas
my
in Heaven is
darling,
like an Eric Idle
if you
song, right?
leave me,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I don't.
No, he doesn't know
this
that.
Is
Let's just-
I'm literally sight reading this song off of the internet. It's a BB King song,
No,
apparently.
I'm pretty sure it's a Monty Python song.
It's Christmas in heaven,
What key are
and
you in?
it's heaven in you, D. And my darling, if you leave me, well, I don't know what I'll do. Yeah, it's heaven at Christmas, and it's Christmas all year through.
What's the topic?
It's a
Oh, that's a good
Christmas in heaven.
Hey, guys.
Baby, it's heaven.
Guys.
Here with you.
Guys.
What's the next topic?
Segment 4.
Yeah, the next time
What is the most insipid Christmas song?
Didn't we already do that?
Now we did our Xmas.
Our
novelty
Christmas
song
novelty
bullshit.
songs bullshit.
Yeah, this is a totally different topic.
It seems
Um,
kind of related.
All right, you know what? Do you want to skip it?
No,
I don't have anything funny to say about that.
Well, not every topic has to be
Just-
funny.
So, okay, I think I would say it's
Uh-huh.
Wonderful Christmas Time.
What's that one?
That fucking Paul McCartney song?
I don't think I even know that.
Yeah, you do. Simply having a wonderful Christmas time.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah, it's horrible. It's insipid.
Yeah, it sounds awful. I guess my choice would have been Little Drummer Boy. I don't like Little Drummer Boy.
It's not really insipid, though. Why do you think that's more insipid than... You think that's more insipid than all the other... It is pretty insipid.
You know, maybe I wasn't thinking hard enough about which one was particularly insipid, and I was thinking more just which one do I really dislike.
Little Drummer Boy is pretty obnoxious.
Little Drummer Boy, it gets in your head, and it
Yeah.
doesn't leave.
I
Like, it-
think we can agree on that. They do have to, like... You know, because originally I was going to say it was that, like, shitty song from the Polar Express.
I don't think I saw the Polar Express.
You probably heard it. I didn't see it either.
Probably.
But there's a song from it that's really fucking insipid and awful. But
Sounds
I think
awesome.
I think it's just not catchy enough to really be insipid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate Little Drummer Boy too. That's a fucking shitty song.
It's a terrible song.
And what in the end he just drums on the baby Jesus or something? He's like, I
think
don't
so.
have anything to give to you, so I'm just gonna drum on your little Jesus head or something.
I think that's basically what happens, yeah.
Like, why would Jesus need someone to drum for him?
Well, I think he was wanting to start a ska band.
No, I mean everyone
Like,
knows what Jesus
Not
really
like
likes.
third stream ska, but you know, one of those real early, like, first, second stream
like
ska.
kind of
a-
some two-tone shit.
I think that's what he was into at the time. Like, he sort of grew out of it.
Which
But-
which subgenre of ska would Jesus be into?
I would say definitely first stream ska. I can see that. I don't see him into, like, that sort of Southern California style third stream 1990s ska. I don't see that at all.
Oh God, no one's into that.
No.
cut it?
I mean, we might be done. It sounds like Danny and John have left. I was trying to remember how to play Merry Little Christmas, but
We're still here.
Have yourself
We're still here.
a merry little Christmas.
We're working it out.
Let your heart be light. Troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay, so gay. Someday soon our troubles will be miles away. Hey now, here we are as in old days. Those happy golden days of yore. Well, faithful friends who are dear to us, they gather near to us